Hey, do you want to do this AI coach together? Because I think some of the stuff needs content, doesn't it?
What do you mean for the content?
Like I know you need at least the prompt, but like I believe they have more criteria now of like fields you fill out. Or I'm not sure. If you think you have all you need, then that's like totally fine.
This is the page I was following. From what I got, it's gonna be a list of messages which technically have like a JSON of role and the content of the message. And this is technically what we have before. List of messages, the JSON, role, and content. But then the messages need to be dynamic because it's going to be more than one message and it's going to be like different roles. It's not always going to be the user. It could be like the assistant, which is like Chat GPT or something. So this is what I tried. List with the JSON. The role is business coach. The content is act like a business coach, comma, another JSON, role is user. The content is give me advices to increase my share sales.
Okay, but that all those things need to be real because that's what the machine's going to build off of. So that'll like give like a lousy experience, right? Because most people are not going to be selling chairs.
Yeah, this is just for testing purposes.
Okay, but why don't we just do it real right now?
So,
because you're just testing API.
Yeah. But if it's giving me an error, it's not working. Which I'm not sure why.
Okay. Why don't you try the okay, and is this coming from so let's see the documentation you're grabbing this from? Like where are you actually copying and pasting the text the
It's
API from?
It's documentation. Honestly, I don't remember where exactly I got this one. This is the old one. But it matches what they wrote, which is technically the same actually. But
so we could do the same thing. So what I did before with this is like what you could do is do let's go back. Sorry.
Yeah, just okay.
So what you're saying is that this one works?
This one works, yeah.
Okay, so couldn't we use this as well? And what we would do is we would just put our custom text instructions in front of text input.
No, because this whole list needs to change.
Why?
Because it's going to be a list of the history of the conversation, which is like all the messages that have been like sent and received in this specific conversation.
Oh, I see. But this one is for sure working.
This is for sure working.
So what is the difference between the two?
I have no idea. It's exactly the same.
Where's the API key?
This one, and this is the token over here.
Okay, and they're the same?
It's the same. It's actually a duplicate. I duplicated it and just changed the body here. You know what we can do? We can just do this and just roll. I'm not sure if business coach is gonna be taken, by the way. I'll try. Roll. User. Wait. And then content. I'm gonna change that. Okay.
This like API interface is so cool.
Yeah, very handy. So
Yeah.
this worked.
Okay, that's good, right?
Wait, did I say fix my chair? Yeah, okay. Device to increase my chairs settings. Then
Can I give you some real text to put in?
this is what it gave me, by the way, right now. Certainly, here are some business advice to help increase
Okay.
your share sales by your target market, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
This is good. Well, are we actually like this is like
Target.
let's train the AI together. This is like a great thing to do.
Yeah, I want to just test if I can change the role here. Because they said assistant in their documentation, and I just want, okay, that's useful to know. Business coach is not one of the system assistant user function. Okay. So if I say
Okay.
system, this will tell Chat GPT that the system wanted to act like a business coach, I think.
Okay. Try putting this text in. Does it need to be all one body, or can I have paragraphs? Well, you can see.
I think it's fine. Okay, anyway. Did I include let the person name you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I missed one word on the end. Let everyone succeed. Let's let everyone
Succeed.
succeed.
Did I write it correctly?
To be their best selves and best business. Okay, let's try it. And let's also try Turbo, because it's just an API call, and see what the difference is.
Okay, but just a second. I need to do this here. Okay. Save. Hello there, I'm your business coach. Ready to support you in reaching your goals and making your business thrive. Whether you are a small business owner in Kenya or anywhere else in the world, I'm here to provide guidance and help you achieve success. I believe in your potential and your aspirations. running a successful business can positively impact not only your own life, but also the lives of your loved ones. Together,
Pretty good.
we will work towards creating a business that not only sustains you, but also allows you to grow and explore all the possibilities the universe has to offer. Yeah, remember, success is not just about financial gain, but also about personal fulfillment and creating a positive impact. I'm here to support you on this journey, offering guidance, motivation, and practical strategies to overcome challenges and make the most of opportunities. Let's focus on nurturing your business, feeding your family, and escaping poverty through entrepreneurship. With dedication, perseverance, and positive mindset, I'm confident that you can achieve greatness. You have what it takes. Man,
Oh my
thank you so much. And I'm here to help you unleash your full potential together. It's not done
Okay, it keeps
yet.
going.
Let's build
Okay,
a business
let's.
that
Oh my god.
yet
We'll have to.
that.
Okay, could we Okay, could we retrain it? Okay, can you just add now where we train it? Okay. So ahead of content.
Sorry.
Okay, ahead of the content, like in front of the word let,
Okay.
put in brackets. Okay. Uh tone. Okay. Actually, you know what? I thought it was great. Maybe it doesn't need to be changed. Let's go off that. That's a good default. Shows a lot of promise, right?
Yeah, but the business might not always be.
Well, read the text next to it. They never mention it, but don't be certain. I'm just trying to anchor that it's like that kind of audience. And I don't
Yeah,
think they mentioned Kenya in the other one, did they?
they did, but they also said, I'm not sure if I'm okay, it's still there. Said, wait, whether you are a small business owner in Kenya or anywhere else in the world. Yeah, it can go. I think it's fine.
Okay, well, do you wanna try Turbo? Because I think it's just like changing it to
So this is shareable right now, but it's 3.5.
yeah. So try 4.0 Turbo.
Okay,
See if it works. What do you think?
it should work. Wait.
It might not be
The
4.0
model
Turbo.
does
It
not
might be something
exist.
else.
I think it's
Okay, it must have a different.
4.5. I think it was 0.5. Nope.
But you had it on the page, another page somewhere, didn't you?
I should.
Oh wait, I think I saw it up there. I think it's 4.0.0.
Where was it?
Wait, slow down.
Oh, here.
Oh, that's not it though, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll search for the 3.5 key, and it should be like next to it.
It's
Or
mentioned in a couple of places here. Probably this one. Wait, this should link to it.
Oh, perfect.
Which one of them?
Oh, slow down. Go down. Wait, are those the ones there actually?
Yeah.
We want this top one, I think. Can you bring me to your new screen?
Sorry. Model does not exist, or you do not have access to it. Learn more.
Okay, well, I'm happy to say, like, you know, it's just an experiment. Well, actually, why don't we learn more? Or actually, you're not even logged in or signed up. Maybe this is something that is a bigger process. But, you know, the 3.5 seems like it's doing pretty good. So I think we can play with that later. Though I think the turbo is pretty amazing. It'd be cool to try it, but like I feel like not if we've got to do a bunch of work.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so let's go back to
I'll
3.5.
just grab it from here. And okay, so technically, when a user click on AI coach, I should create this message and then I create this message. Or actually, I
You
should
don't
create this
create.
message. No, I need like a database on Firebase for the messages. So I'm gonna create this message, and then I'm gonna make a call for this message. I'm gonna record this one and the output of it.
So this one, they shouldn't see it. They should only see the response. Like the response should be the first
Yeah,
message that comes when they arrive, or
yeah,
is
I got
already
it.
there somehow.
But these two need, like Chat GPT need
Okay, but this
to see these
act
two.
like a business
Users don't.
coach. Mhm.
I
Why is
wrote
there
this.
two of these?
I wrote this. This is the
But why do
system.
we have?
This
Mhm.
is the user. So like the system is
Oh,
us. We're asking ChatGPT to act like a business coach. And then user come in and tell
okay. So
them
then
what
let's
they
write
need.
better instructions for what we want from them from us, right?
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So hi there, GPT. If you want to give me like a minute or two, I'll write something to draft past you.
Sure. Take your time. And by the way, I'll make the AI coach chat for the business, not for the user. So technically the whole business can see it.
Yeah, I think I'm not thinking about multiple users at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, Malaz, I'm sending you this over Slack. See if it's too long. Feel free to read it before it goes in too.
Okay. Just a second. I'm not sure if it's too long, but I'm happy to try.
Let's try it. One of the things I'm understanding is with this latest update is they've expanded the window by a huge amount. Like it's like Claude level now. So I'm curious because I think they did that to the 3.5 as well.
I'm not sure. But I think this would cost us more with every call, the longer it is.
But this
it's not
first
bad.
call, you got to do like a good first call. And like, by the way, like so what is crazy is the input is like 100 times more expensive than the output. So it's okay for Chat GPT to be long, but it's not okay for us to be long. But for first message, that's okay. And people usually are quite short. But say like this one, like it's quite cheap to do it that way for the 3.5. That's what makes 3.5 affordable. The output is extremely cheap.
Okay.
I'm quite confident that if we're dealing with 3.5 and just text, we're not going to be surprised by the price. And then we can learn from there. But I do think that with some of these other ones, we could be surprised by the price. But I think 3.5 and text will be fine for my like looking at the pricing.
Okay. Yeah, 3.5 is very cheap.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Did you
sent you
put in?
I sent you the text on Slack.
Oh. I think that's great. Better than the first
I
one.
like it. Yeah, I like it more.
Okay, well, cool. Well, it's going to do it custom every time because that's a part of the technology.
What do you mean?
Like every single time the app opens to a new user, that first message will be custom. One of the things I was thinking of was it would be cool to actually input stuff from the profile into this, but maybe at a future date, because then we could actually have them like know who the person is. But like, I think the conversation is fine. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. By the way, it give us how much tokens we used for each call. So this took 346 as input, sorry, and 71 as output, and the total is 417.
So, but that's my bad for the long input, right?
Yeah, but technically we're gonna include this input in every call whenever
Well, so the way I
user
looked at
calls.
pricing was I was budgeting. So I was doing the budgeting for Turbo. So I can tell you though roughly what this like would cost from a Turbo perspective versus a 3.5 perspective. So like $1 gives you something like 100,000 tokens. What I did on the math was like, let's budget 50 cents per user for the Turbo. And what would that give us in terms of quantity? Because each token is about a word. So I probably wrote about 346 words, and it probably output about 71 words, which seems roughly correct, right?
Yeah,
Now, the issue is that input is more expensive than output. So this is kind of like not working in our favor, but that's fine in general because usually ChatGPT will be longer than the user. But what I calculated was that for 50 cents per user uh, for ChatGPT Turbo, if we were using about 1,700 a day, so this prompt used about a quarter of the daily quota, but that would be if it was on Turbo. We're doing it on 3.5. And most of the price actually came from our own heavy initial prompt to train the engine, to train the AI. So like I would expect that a user could probably do like maybe 100 messages a day, and it would cost about 50 cents. Now we can be monitoring this in real time and be putting restrictions around it as we need to, but I don't think it'll catch us by surprise. I think that's actually like one of the reasons I want to be using this 3.5 turbo first, because I think that it's better to go from 3.5 to turbo and like be like, hurrah, it's a great, than to go from turbo to 3.5 because we can't afford turbo.
Okay. But there's something else that I meant to say. So with every new message added, the next call should include this message. In other words, if I input for example, 250 tokens, right? And then ChatGPT responds with it, 250 tokens.
Wait, but that message I said was only supposed to come the first message. It's not supposed to be part of every message.
It will be in every message.
Okay, that's incorrect. So how do we train it though? Because we still have to train it. Like it's doing great responses. We just want that to be the first one.
The way it works is by sending the whole conversation every time. So
I don't think that's how it works.
But how would it remember the previous conversation?
Okay, why don't we just build it
I
and
don't
see?
remember. I don't remember.
Because I don't think that's
seen it.
Like I would have heard about that because they would get ludicrously expensive longer. And I do appreciate that conversations do get longer, but like there's ways to like it should be remembering the last message, because there's even like, let's build it and see what it's costing us, because people aren't complaining about the price of turbo or of 3.5. So like, let's build it and just see. And then we can grow from there, because right now we don't know. I'm pretty sure it's cheap, but if it's not, then we can reevaluate.
I just want to find this one out. Probably it was this one. Okay. So I think this is the one I was talking about. So could you have a quick look over this, please?
Okay, but I was like, where I was looking was the pricing page.
I mean, like, you need to understand how it works before you calculate the price.
Okay, I understand. So what they're basically showing is, wait, okay, constant. Oh, wait. This looks different than yours.
How is it different? This is
messages thing.
This is, well, it's the same thing. It's like role, then what the role is, then content, then you close the first message, you open the second message, role with the content. If you look back here, it's
I see.
content.
So we need to use those ones shorter. Okay, could you send that over to me?
Not only this one, like it's okay, just a second. So like it sent this one, the user sent this one, who won the World Series in 2020. The assistant, which is ChatGPT, replied, and then the user asked again, or was it played? So like what they're trying to say is like you need to include the conversation to make a good output.
Well, no, I think what you would be doing is you'd be having it include like the summary of each piece, not the totality of it.
So there was something here as a downside. What was it called? Trying to search for it. No. I think the conversation cannot fit within the model's token limit. It will need to be shortened in some way. And I've read the shortened one, which is like give ChatGPT the whole conversation again and tell it to summarize it, and then save this summary, and this summary will be used for future conversations.
Yeah. But I think that
you know,
we should just start with the most basic. But I
I'm
know
get-
this. Like I'm like quite familiar with like the way this token stuff is. Like, if you want me to go through it more deeply, but I just
It's
think like it's the wrong approach, which is
it's
we
not
should
about the
just.
token. It's just
It's
about
about the.
how it should work. It's like builds on top.
Well, let's ask Chat GPT. Good question.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to share my screen? Here, this can be a test of this. I can use my CEO one. So this is you can see this is my like CEO channel. So what's interesting is like I keep like everything together, but like I can't imagine because it uses the same tech as our APIs that it's sending back itself. But anyways, hey Turbo, I'm with my colleague Malaz, and we are integrating the API for Chat GPT Turbo, or Chat GPT 3.5 Turbo. We are doing a chat interface business coach. We are wondering about token pricing. Do we need to send the whole chat each time we send a message and then it gets crazy large? Or is there a better, best practice? Do you know token pricing estimates? Okay. Funny, see how it always messes up English?
What's full?
Exactly.
Invalid.
So I would actually rather have it not. It like next gen AI business. You're crazy.
Yeah. Why is it so slow?
Because I think they have too many users right now. But is this something that's useful? Okay. Incremental interactions. But I would think that like we could just start being super lazy. So like if it's easier just to send the past, or you could actually work with ChatGPT though to generate the exact logic because everything you do, well, like how do we do this? What do you think? What is your kind of own idea? Because I think there's a choice here of how do we build it efficiently and spend some time on how we teach it, or just do the default and look at it again in 2 weeks.
So, from my understanding, from my research about it, which is 100% from their documentation, you can send it just one message, which is what the user like inputted. But then it will not remember the previous conversation. It's gonna be like
So let's
as a brand new
okay. So what
conversation.
are the gaps? What are the gaps where do we fill in this exact message? Is it just the one place, or is it just the two places, or is there other places that we need to create for?
I didn't get it. You mean like the system one?
Yeah.
So the system one is optional, actually. It's not needed, but obviously if you like make it, it's gonna give you a better
Like
output.
just like tell me the instructions. Let's see how ChatGPT does for this because it has all the context, right? So what do we want it to write for us? We want it to write the prompt that optimizes this exact problem you're saying, right? It should be good at that. But what is
I already have multiple solutions in my mind. But okay, let me think out loud. So to avoid sending like 10 messages with their 10 outputs, and then increase and increase, my thoughts are either limit the messages. The system one should be always there. So like should always act like a business coach.
Like, let's not overthink it. Let's give it a good chance to show it, because we'll limit it ourselves, because it should know better than us on this, right?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, let's just try. So what is it that we're doing? Can you write the API commands for the business coach? Like, what is it? Like, what is the commands? Like, what are the 2 fields that it needs to fill?
It's technically one field, which is the system. The other one should be like collected from the user, but we're gonna send the first one technically.
Okay. So all we need is the system field. All we need is the system field. Can you send over that whole text I sent you just over Slack so I can give it to you as context, and also then we can see what it gives back as a default, and then we can discuss with it how we can train it better.
Do you mean just forward the message you sent on Slack?
Did I send them both on Slack? I think I'm missing one.
Oh yeah, you sent first. Sorry, just a sec. Send the first one on Google Meet, which is this one. Okay, sent.
Okay, let's see how this goes. That's funny that we're using Chat GPT to train our Chat GPT.
Yeah, and there's something other than the system message, by the way, which is what I'm more concerned about. But I will share after ChatGPT finishes.
Well, ChatGPT, is this even correct though? Optimized prompt. Wait, system prompt.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, it's Christ, super fucking annoying. Yeah, it's horrible.
Okay, I can share my screen.
I've seen things like this before where like, it's like all these like shortcut words and stuff.
It's tactics from from themselves, from the documentation.
Can you send me the URL?
Sure. Okay, sent.
I guess technically their message is a heck of a lot shorter. But I was expecting them to do, like fancy stuff. This is not fancy. But then maybe AI doesn't need fancy. I don't know. But I also think like we're maybe getting a little bit in the weeds here, because basically we can just do it an easy way that will work well, and we just optimize it over time. And it's not going to be so expensive because we don't have users yet, and we're going to be checking this every day. But I feel like with the number of tasks left, we should just build it as easy as possible.
Yeah. So I have 2 ideas here. First one, once we get to 5 messages, ask ChatGPT to summarize these 5 messages and then use the summary as the first message.
So I'm just concerned that this is like talking about like I think they're like, let's not do that first. Like, let's just do that later after the 20th.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
If you did want to do something, it would just be that it should, instead of sending the complete all messages before, it should be sending like summaries and just the complete last message.
So that's what I'm trying to say. It's either like send the last few messages, or every few messages, like just summarize them and make it just like one message.
Just do only this and see what it does. I put it on the Google Hangout.
Okay. It's cut off.
I don't think so. Oh, it is. Okay, Slack, sorry. That's why I was using Slack, because it was getting cut off.
Okay.
See, it has this session continuity thing that I think you could use somehow, but I think this message is pretty good.
So replace it with this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, take a look at this, Malaz. So it has implementation notes. Here, I'll send this to you over Slack.
And I'll send you the response. There's no introduction, but okay.
I think it's caching, though, off the old one, which is fine. But you also see that there's two implementation things that at least one. The session continuity thing, I think we've got to build something for. What was the second thing you were more concerned about, by the way?
It's the like chats overbuilding over time, which is like the solution to it is either again like summarizing or sending off the last few messages.
So I assume that's what this session continuity thing is that they're telling us to do. Do you see there's space for it in there? Like, take a look at the prompt. There's like a prompt that needs like some code or something for it.
Wait.
Like, look on maybe it's easier to see it on Slack. Wait, I can do it here. Okay, session continuity. Refer to previous interactions for context. And then down here, under implementation notes, they have session continuity. Implement a mechanism in your system to retain context from previous interactions. This could be a user ID or a session token that lets the AI recall earlier conversations without needing the entire chat history in every prompt. That's exactly what we want to do, right?
Okay. So in other words, if we send something right now to Chat GPT and like give it a specific token, and then I refer to it again, Chat GPT will remember it. But okay, now that's tricky.
Oh.
That's a little bit tricky. If Chat GPT will retain this knowledge and will like send it back, if we give the token, then anyone technically can provide this token and access the information of the chat.
I don't necessarily know if that's what it's saying, though.
Now we're talking security, actually.
Here, I'm asking it about what it thinks we should do. Let's just see what it's saying, because like I feel like, we're not the first ones to ask. Man, it's like crazy. Welcome to the future, slower than the past.
I mean, when things get older, they perform slower.
Hey, this is Turbo. Turbo's like a kid. Okay, so like, okay, what do you think about what they're saying here? Do you want me to ask for like an easier implementation? Or what questions do you have for it? Or you want to ask about security?
So this is actually what is written in the documentation. It's like the first one is technically on the app, which is just the user ID, but then store conversation history, which is which I'm storing right here.